Hello everyone, how are you all guys? Welcome to our channel Maxi Blunt. This story is based on a girl named Tessa, who even after being a boyfriend, falls in love with another guy, and she starts to flirt with him for the first time. Now what happens to her after this? We are going to see in this explanation today. The film I am going to explain today is called After, and this film was released in 2019. In the beginning of the movie, we see Tessa, who is narrating her story. She tells that when she met Hardin, her life completely changed. After this, the story goes in flashback, and we see that Tessa's school is over, and she wants to go to another city for her college studies. But her mom is very worried about her, so she is not giving her permission to go. But Tessa still agrees to go to her mom. Actually, Tessa has been doing all that since childhood, which her mom likes. Even her boyfriend Noah was not selected by her mom. Noah was Tessa's best friend before, but now he is her boyfriend too. Today for the first time Tessa is doing something on her own, so she was very excited. After this, her mom and Noah go to drop her off at college, but her roommate doesn't like her mom at all. So Tessa's mom tells her to change her room, but Tessa refuses her and says that she will focus on her studies only. The next day, Tessa goes to college and meets a boy named Landon, and they become good friends. Tessa loves English literature, but to get a job, she has to study economics and helplessness. After this, Tessa comes to her room and goes to take a bath. Then when she comes out of the bathroom, she sees a boy named Hardin who is sitting in her room. Actually, Steffi and Hardin are friends in Tessa's room, and Hardin has come to meet her. Then they ask Tessa to come with them to the party, but Tessa refuses them. Tessa always studies. She does not like to enjoy like other students. After a few days, Steffi asks Tessa to come with her to the party again, and this time Tessa can't refuse her. Then they go to the party where Hardin and his ex-girlfriend Molly were also there. They all are drinking but Tessa doesn't drink. Then they all play truth or dare games, during which Molly asks Tessa, "When did you last do the sex?" But Tessa doesn't answer her, on which everyone understands that Tessa is a virgin girl. After this, Molly dares her that she will have to kiss Hardin. Then Hardin comes to her to kiss her, but then Tessa gets up and goes out. Then she calls her boyfriend Noah, and Noah also understands that she has gone to a party, and that's why they fight. After that, she goes to a room where she has a lot of books of her choice. Tessa is looking at those books, but then Hardin comes there and asks her what she is doing in my room. After that, she comes again to kiss Tessa, but Tessa leaves. The next day in the class, Hardin and Tessa argue about a topic. Tessa believed in love, but Hardin didn't believe in love at all. After class, Tessa tells Landon about Hardin, on which Landon tells her Hardin is disturbed by something. That's why he is behaving like this. Actually, Hardin's dad and Landon's mom are about to get married. Hardin's dad has left his mom, and now he is getting married to Landon's mom. Then the next day they meet in a cafe, where they become friends. After this, Hardin takes her to a lake. Then he starts swimming there. He tells Tessa to come with him. Tessa first refuses him, but later she also starts swimming with him there. They come closer to each other and kiss each other for the first time. After this, Tessa tells him that she will break up with Noah, because it will not be right to cheat him. Hardin refuses to do this, and says that he will never date you, because I does not believe in love. Now Tessa gets angry after hearing this, and she comes back to her hostel. She tries to ignore him, but he only dreams of Hardin. The next day Noah comes to meet him, and Tessa is very happy to see him. Then they go to a party at night. There a boy tries to take a chance on Tessa, which makes Hardin very angry, and he starts beating her up there. On the other hand, Noah stays with Tessa tonight. After Noah goes to sleep, Tessa gets a message from Landon, and he asks her to come to his house. Then Tessa goes to Landon, and he tells her that he stays with Hardin. He tells her that Hardin has fought with his dad today, and that's why he is very upset. After this, Tessa goes to him and starts talking to him. Then Hardin also apologizes to him for that day. After this, they both go to Hardin's room and talk all night. Next morning, when Tessa is leaving Hardin's house, Nova comes there and asks him where he was last night. Tessa tells him that she was at her friend's house. Now they are arguing that Hardin comes there. Seeing Hardin, Nova understands that Tessa talked to him all night. So he breaks up with Tessa and leaves. Now Tessa gets very upset by this. And she doesn't talk to anyone for 2 to 3 days. Then one day she meets Hardin. And she tells him that in her life, you are more important than Nova, because my mom selected that idiot. And I selected you, and I started loving you. Now Hardin also agrees for the relationship. And they start dating each other. They become so crazy for each other that they keep gossiping all day long. Now one day when they are gossiping in Tessa's room, Tessa's mom comes there and sees them. She gets very angry with Tessa and asks her to break up with Hardin. But Tessa refuses to do this and says that she just wants to be Hardin's wife. Hearing this, Tessa's mom gets angry with her and stops paying her. The next day Hardin takes her to a flat where he wants to live with her. At night Hardin takes her to a wedding party where her dad and Landon's mom are getting married. Then Hardin tells Tessa that he hates his dad a lot because when he was very young, so his dad borrowed a lot of money from someone, because of which his mom had to face a lot of problems. And because of this he hates his dad till date. After this they both come back to their flat and talk to each other all night. Next day Hardin's ex-girlfriend Molly messages him. Tessa reads, then she asks Hardin why she is messaging you. So Hardin tells her to ignore it. But Tessa starts fighting with Hardin. And Hardin gets angry and goes out. Now the night gets too much, but Hardin doesn't come home. That's why Tessa gets worried and goes to find Hardin. Then she meets a friend of Hardin, and he tells her Hardin's address. Then Tessa goes there and sees that Steffi and Molly are talking to each other. Then Steffi asks Tessa, why don't you stay with me in the hostel? Then Tessa tells her that I stay in the flat with Hardin, and we are in a live-in relationship. Hearing this Molly gets upset because she still loves Hardin. Then Hardin also comes there and Molly tells Tessa that the day we were playing Truth or Dare, we gave a dare to Hardin. Then she shows him a video in which Hardin says that he will easily win Tessa and turn his cave into a tunnel. Seeing this, Tessa gets very upset and starts going from there. But Hardin says while stopping her that it is a very old thing. I didn't know you then, so I accepted this dare, but now I am in love with you. But Tessa doesn't believe him. And the next day she comes to her house. Then she apologizes to her mom, and her mom forgives her. Then she goes to Noah and apologizes to him, on which Noah forgives her. And they become friends again. Now she needs a job, so she joins a company that Hardin's dad told her. Then the next day when she comes to her class, then Hardin has written a letter for Tessa and gave it to her teacher. And that teacher gives that letter to Tessa. Then Tessa goes to that lake with that letter, where he kissed Hardin for the first time. In that letter, Hardin wrote that he never believed in love. But ever since he met you, my point of view about love has changed in this world. I love you the most, but I did wrong with you. And for that I ask for your forgiveness. As soon as Hardin reads that letter, Hardin also comes there and Tessa forgives him. But now what happens between these two, we will know in the next part. What do you think about this movie? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. For more movies explanation, subscribe to our channel.